Hi, I'm Shona and I'm going to be showing you a simple yet effective experiment you can do at home to help broach the subject of different emotions and how these might feel in our bodies. We know that for some autistic children and young people, it can be tricky to label your emotions and connect these emotions to the different ways our body feels. For example, I know when I'm starting to feel worried about something because I might get a knotted stomach or maybe like a cramping feeling, and I can express this and share this and make these connections because of my interoceptive awareness. Our interoceptive awareness is the awareness of your body signals. So many children may struggle to notice or recognize these signals in their body, and they may feel some of their signals very intensely, or they may go unrecognized, and that's all down to your interoceptive awareness. To show you this very simple, visually stimulating and engaging way to explain a few different feelings to children. So if your child has learned about the zones of regulation at school, or you know about the zones of regulation yourself, then this experiment can nicely tie in with that approach. But if not, don't worry at all, the experiment still makes total sense. We're going to start with two feelings today, feeling worried or anxious, whatever terminology you usually use at home, just use that. And the other feeling we're going to be thinking about today is feeling angry or maybe mad or frustrated. So I'm going to start with the experiment for feeling worried. What you need for this is just maybe a tray so you don't get too messy, something to make your experiment in, and then some lemonade. And I'm going to use some yellow food colouring because this can link to the zones of regulation, but like I said, it doesn't really matter, it can be any colour, it just makes it more exciting. So I'm going to start by pouring, oh that's a nice fizz, some lemonade in. And what we want to be thinking about is drawing attention to the fact that, okay, so you can see how the lemonade is fizzing up, and this might kind of represent when we start to feel nervous in our tummy or when we might have butterflies. This might represent when we have lots of thoughts swirling around in our head, when we're worried about something in particular, we can't sleep at night, it's going round and round, the thoughts are fizzing up. Or for example, I might give an example of if I miss the bus, then I would be feeling quite annoyed. You see, it gave a nice little fizz there. So kind of feeling worried, but you're still in control of your emotions. And I'm going to put a bit of salt in as well, just to give it a little bit more fizz so you can kind of see, just to show. So you can kind of see, it's fizzing up a little bit, but it's not fizzing up all the way. I'm a little bit worried, but I'm still in control of my body. So now we're going to do the experiment for when we're feeling angry, feeling mad, and this is when those emotions are really intense. So to start off this experiment, I'm going to put some water in my bottle. Not too much, just about that much. And then going to put some red food colouring again, and we're going to really be drawing attention to kind of how intense these feelings might be in our body and how overwhelming they are. So we're going to put in some vinegar next. Vinegar's got that really strong smell as well, so there might be some sensory things going on there, and you can definitely draw attention to that as well, whether it's a smell we like or don't like, how we feel that in our nose. And then I'm going to put some bicarb in. Making a bit of a mess. Okay, so we can really see how it's fizzing up more than the yellow, than the, little bit worried. These feelings are so intense, they come bubbling up, they fizzed all the way to the top and they erupt over the edge, and that's kind of what happens when we get mad and when we get frustrated. Our feelings fizz up and they might boil up, we might feel hot in our body, we might have clammy palms, we might have a hot face, we might have very tense shoulders, and then all of a sudden it all comes erupting out, just like our experiment here, and all comes up fizzing over the top. So it's quite an exciting way of starting those conversations, oh my gosh, and it's still going around those feelings that can be quite intense and they can be quite difficult to talk about, but we found that when we do it like this with this experiment, it's really engaging for young people and they're more likely to kind of make those connections to their body as well, and maybe reference back like, oh yeah, that was like when the red fizzed up and boiled over, that's how I felt, or I felt how the yellow one fizzed up just a little bit, but I didn't spill over, I still kept some control. So yes, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please get in touch.